Stop chewing. It's rude.
There.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are making
Kombucha! Woo!
Not too long ago we kind of realised we drink a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be drinking.
Guilty!
Yeah, in soft drinks and yeah, to be honest they are sugar free, but even worse because artificial sweeteners are not really good for your gut. So we basically thought we need to change something. After a lot of research I came across this thing called kombucha, and then I thought, you know what, we can just make it at home.
So, why not tell everyone? I'm sure they're dying to know, what is kombucha?
Good question. So kombucha is a fermented sweet tea drink. It is very rich in probiotics and all the good stuff for your gut health.
We're going to start the process today. What are some of the interesting objects and ingredients that we have here today?
I placed an order with the lovely people from happykombucha.co.uk. I've got my little instructions here they provided us with. In order to make kombucha from scratch at home, there's two essential things you need. One is this secret little pouch here, which is the SCOBY. Do you know what SCOBY stands for?
Tell everyone what SCOBY is.
Okay, so SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. I'm quite curious to see what your reaction is going to be when we take this out. And we also need a bit of starter tea, which is basically a bit of kombucha. But the kombucha for your starter tea cannot be flavoured. Okay?
Why is that?
Because SCOBY doesn't like flavoured stuff in there. So these are the two main things, and then also we need sugar and loose leaf tea. It can be tea bags as well, but it cannot be like herbal kind of tea.
Herbal?
Herbal.
You said kerbal.
It cannot be herbal kind of tea.
We're going to have to rewind the video after this because you said kerbal.
I
Anyway.
said herbal. It cannot be like herbal. And we also need tea, right? The tea cannot be herbal, so it needs to be something with caffeine in it, preferably not flavoured. So things like Earl Grey you can't use because Earl Grey is basically it.
So basically nothing flavoured.
Yes, so a plain black tea or a green tea, but it cannot be flavoured. I've got a couple of types of tea here. I've got some English breakfast, loose leaf blend, and I've got mate as well.
Mate.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I think it's pronounced mate.
It's Yerma mate. Anyway, two types of tea.
Okay, so that is that the core of the ingredients, or is there more?
That basically is the core, and then obviously we need some water. Because we are
a bottle of water?
Because we are brewing tea. But the key here is do not use tap water because that's got chlorine, and then again it can harm your SCOBY. We don't want that. We want the good stuff.
Pure.
Keep doing its job and multiply in there. Give us the.
So why don't you tell everyone what this is? So that's the ingredients. You said so water, and then we've got this kilner.
So that I'm very excited about because we've had this for
over 2
years now.
Yeah.
We've never used this.
Never
It's
used
just
it.
sat on top of our kitchen cupboards. I'm excited we get to put it to good use now. Okay. In order to brew your kombucha, you are going to need a vessel. This one is quite a big one. It's a 5 litre. Is it a drink dispenser?
Yeah.
Dispenser. Yeah. This one's from Kilner. It's got a clip top and a spigot.
And a seal.
And
Let's get the rubber seal.
But the thing is, we are not going to use the lid for this.
Excuse me?
So we're going to use the kitchen
Oh,
paper.
okay.
Not paper, no, kitchen towel, because the SCOBY needs to breathe.
So I guess that takes you on to the next bit then. So this is going to be essentially the lid for this.
Yes. And
wrapped with bands. Guessing this is to squeeze the tea.
brew the tea. Yes.
Okay, cafetiere.
And we've also got a thermometer on here.
Oh.
I know, fancy, right?
Wow.
Basically, we're going to brew the tea in quite a small cafetiere, and then once that's done, we're going to pour it in here, but we're going to add some more water to it. But when we add the SCOBY, the temperature cannot be too high, so it's like 90, a max of 90 Fahrenheit, whatever that is in Celsius.
I don't know, I'm not American.
Whatever 90, we'll put it on the screen, so the SCOBY cannot go in your infusion if the temperature of the liquid is too hot.
Bloody Americans.
I think we can get our hands nice and clean, and then we will begin. Okay, hands are nice and clean. We are going to get the kettle on.
How much?
I don't know how much that takes. About a litre, I guess. Keep going, keep going. There we go. So kettle is going on. Now we've got our water boil, and now we are going to, in the cafetiere, add our tea. Our instructions say to add 6 to 8 tea bags. What? We're gonna do a blend of the mate and the black tea. I'm gonna use mainly black tea though, so I just want to be 100% sure it's gonna go right. So we've got 12 grams of English
tea
breakfast blend. So our tea leaves are in. Now let's add the water to it.
Whoop whoop.
Okay, about there.
Cool.
Now, no. We are going to let that steep in there for about... Steep, I said. Steep. Yeah, steeping.
What?
We're gonna let that do its thing in there for about 15 minutes and we will be back. Okay, we are back. It's been about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. The tea is now ready. I almost forgot the measuring jug. In here, before we strain the tea, in here we are going to weigh our sugar. So the instructions say between 160 and 200 grams of granulated sugar. Basically, the SCOBY feeds on sugar and caffeine. So we need to make sure the SCOBY's got enough food to do its job.
Where's the sugar? Just...
Okay. That'll do. Nice, fine, go.
Now we're going to strain it, then pour it in the sugar.
Yes, please. So we're gonna mix the sugar in, make sure it's nice and dissolved, all of it.
While I do this, why don't you tell everyone what the next step is?
So the next step, once the sugar is dissolved, we are going to add some more room temperature water to this to cool it down. We're going to have 2 litres, we're aiming for 2 litres of tea. Once the tea then gets the whole thing to room temperature, we're going to pour it in the big Pilsner jar, and then we are going to add the SCOBY and the starter tea, give it a little mix, and then we'll put it aside and let it do its thing for a few days. Since it's now summertime, it will take a few days, probably about 7 days or so. It might take less, it might take more, and then we'll come back once that's fermented and it's ready to then go into the second stage, which is the flavouring. That's the part I'm really excited about. So did you know that the kombucha, when it's ready from the first ferment, it's ready to drink, but when you ferment it a second time and you bottle it up, then it turns to a fizzy drink. Naturally carbonated.
Cool.
Wow.
Let's add some more water, please. It's not quite 2 litres, it's not even...
Go on then.
I'll be right back.
There you go. 2 litres.
Now we are going to quickly check the temperature.
Fahrenheit. You said 90, didn't you?
Yeah, it's about 98. So we're going to need to give this a minute to cool down a little bit, and then we can add the SCOBY. No, not like that. In the meantime, we can just pour it in here.
Okay, so we're going to use a funnel because it's a bit
so
more
it doesn't
safe.
go everywhere. 1 million years later.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
Okay, we're going to let that cool down for a bit, get to room temperature, and we'll be back. Okay, and we are back. ready to now test.
Let's check the temperature. Moment of truth, 84 Fahrenheit.
Check on the side, what does that say? Just out of curiosity.
It says 28.
Now we are ready for the final step. The fun part is
Oh, I don't know.
adding the SCOBY. As we said, this is one of the key things for kombucha making. Even though from my research, it's not essential.
Oh my, what the hell is that?
Oh, hell no!
We have got a SCOBY here, or the mother,
This mother...
or in some cultures it's called the mushroom, tea mushroom, but it's not mushroom.
I'm sure it's not breast implant.
Yes, I'm very sure about that. If you guys are interested, we will leave a link in the description down below where we got
Breast
our
implant.
stuff from. And this is from happykombucha.co.uk.
Oh, it stinks, man.
This will smell a bit vinegary
It's very vinegary.
because if you leave this kombucha to ferment for a long period of time, it will basically turn pretty much into vinegar. This is pretty much how you would make vinegar.
What?
Similar process. You do have like a mother for the vinegar making process as well. Fun fact. So this needs to go in there without causing a massive splash. We'll just pour the juice in first and then
What
pour the
juice?
SCOBY. There's a bit of juice in there with it.
Oh my god, that's so vinegary, it's crazy. I don't want to touch it.
No?
Oh.
No?
Yeah, you can touch the breast
Okay.
implant.
So as it does its job in there, it will grow. It can float, or it can sink, or it can do something like an in the middle, in between kind of state. So we're gonna add a little bit of extra starter tea, which is basically just unflavored, plain organic kombucha. And as you can tell, in here, there's another little guy forming. That's a baby SCOBY. See that?
Lovely.
So basically, if you look after your SCOBY when you first buy it and you first brew with it, you will keep getting another SCOBY pretty much every time you brew. So if you look after it, you will never need to buy a SCOBY again. How cool is that?
Is this going to smell vinegary too?
So the stronger your starter tea, the quicker your batch will do its thing. There goes the baby SCOBY. That is all in there. And now,
Oh, I don't have some.
nah. You want some?
No,
Wanna
no.
try it?
No, I'm good.
So I'm just gonna give it a quick mix. You're not really supposed to use metal with SCOBYs, but again, from my research, stainless steel, food grade stainless steel is fine, and it only comes into contact with it for a short amount of time. So I just gave it a little bit of a stir. Now we are going to cover it
Don't forget the
with
elastic.
a clean kitchen towel. Okay, that might need to go around twice. It's quite stretchy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one.
Looks like a
Okay.
shepherd.
It does.
Beautiful.
Okay, now this is ready to go. This will sit like it is for a few days,
Okay.
about 7 days. We'll give it a taste every now and then to
Taste?
See what, yeah, to see how acidic
You
it
didn't
is.
tell me this part.
You need to taste it every few days to check how acidic it is, because you don't want to drink vinegar, do you?
That's
So you
good.
want to bottle it before it gets to the vinegar stage. So this can sit on the side in your kitchen or even in a cupboard, in a dark cupboard. It is important for it to not be in direct sunlight,
No sunlight.
because SCOBY is not happy with that. Okay, so this is it for now. We will see you back when our kombucha is ready to bottle and flavour. See you again soon.
Kombucha! Woo!